Hi chefs, welcome back to another episode of Make Good Food and Make Good Choices. And I'm Shelby Pedretti. Today we're gonna do a bruschetta chicken. It's colorful, very flavorful, simple ingredients, and dare I say, a family favorite and a crowd pleaser. It's wonderful, wonderful. So we're gonna start with chicken breast. And then we're gonna move on to our topping, which is the bruschetta, and then we're gonna glaze it with a balsamic vinaigrette. So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna grab 4 chicken breasts, and this could be something you make ahead. I'm gonna season with a little olive oil and 2 tablespoons of Italian spices. Your choice. We're just gonna coat that. If you have a grill, you could grill your chicken. You could bake your chicken, or you could pan fry your chicken. I'm gonna go with the pan fry just for simplicity's sake. Add some olive oil in a skillet, or I'm gonna use a little grill pan like this and get some olive oil in here, nice and hot, medium high, and then about 4 minutes on one side. These are thicker chicken breasts. Flip them over, 4 minutes on the other, check for doneness. And then we will get to the bruschetta topping. I like to start with a hot pan and get that good sizzle. So we'll do about 4 minutes on one side, give it a flip, 4 minutes on the other. All right, that was 4 minutes. Longer tongs, like a really long hair, will help will help you, chef. If you're nervous of the oil splatter, look at how brown and crispy. That's from the oil. That looks great. So that was 4 minutes. Flip it for another 4, and then we'll let them rest. Let's go ahead and check for doneness. So what you want to do, go into the meatiest part and take a look. What do you guys think? Do you think that recipe was right on, or do you think these chicken breasts were a little thick? I think they're a little thick. That is not cooked thoroughly through. I think it's so important for you to be able to identify where a meat's going to be cooked thoroughly. So what we'll do is put it on for probably another 2 to 3 minutes. We'll give it another check, and then we'll be ready to rest. All right, now what do you think? Definitely cooked. That took an extra 2 minutes, so because they were so thick, I would do 5 to 6 maybe on each side. And now we'll tent it with some tin foil and let them rest while we get after the bruschetta. While the chicken was cooking, you could absolutely take care of the basil and the tomato and prepare the bruschetta. You could also do it early on, way ahead, and refrigerate that for a period of time. But the basil is what I absolutely love, because you can buy it fresh like this, where it's a garden plant and it's in the produce section of some grocery stores. This is a really healthy one, or you could buy basil already trimmed and packaged, and it's usually in the produce section as well. So I was able to get this one. It will last several weeks, and always wanting to water from the bottom up. So just putting a little water in there when it starts to get dry. I tend to keep the cellophane that is on it, that it comes with, just as a mini greenhouse effect. You can leave it off if you prefer. And I've also planted these in the summertime when they start to look a little peaked. I just throw it in the garden and boom, big basil. So it's really fun. I went ahead and washed the leaves, and we will dry them as well. We'll do a little chiffonade cut and layer up, pat them dry. We'll want to layer them up and make it really easy to cut. Now, I would just do the leaves and discard the stem. We're going to do it a little faster than layered. Sometimes I just pretend roll and then get after it. Just do little mini slices like this. Look at that. Perfect. It just goes so much faster. So any of your herbs you can do that way. An escapee right there. All right, so now our basil is done. This calls for Roma tomatoes. Romas are different than other tomatoes because they're a little bit meatier and perfect for salsa, perfect for bruschetta. I only had 2 at the grocery. So I have to do a quick little hack and I'll show you what that is. And actually, I'll just tell you what the hack is. I used canned. Don't judge. It's fine because, you guys, sometimes that's all you have. And I rinse them. Use the back of your knife. I rinse them, and honestly, once we get our basil and the garlic and the olive oil and the Parmesan cheese, you won't be able to notice, so hold tight. So we got the basil there. We'll go ahead and do aroma tomato. I know it sounds so simple, but using a serrated knife always is easier. And I'm gonna get the end off. Cut it in half, and then you wanna de-seed it. And so you can just get after those seeds in there. I like to de-seed it inside of a bowl. And using the spoon, sometimes it's easy if they're really ripe. It's gonna make a big old mess. And then just go ahead and basically julienne style cut these. The serrated knife makes all the difference. And then you want bite-sized pieces. So it's like a salsa, maybe not as fine as a salsa, but that will work perfectly. And then you can put that in your bowl. If you're doing a lot of Roma tomatoes, something I would suggest is save the inside, freeze it in a little Ziploc bag, use it for chili or soups or anything that you want to add a little bit of tomato to, and that way you're reducing food waste, which is a goal. So I will take care of magically the rest of the bruschetta or the Roma tomato, and then be right back. So this will just pop right in the freezer and I'll use it later. And this was all I had. 2 of these little stems for food waste. Not bad. I really hate to have food waste. So this is getting colorful and beautiful and fragrant. And like I said, this is a do ahead so that you have everything done beforehand. The chicken is still resting. I'm gonna go ahead and do 3 medium-sized garlic cloves and mince those. I'll actually put them through a garlic press. It's just a little faster. And this is a fun little kitchen tool. A little rubberized roller. Take a garlic, it's like a magic trick. Put it inside, roll it. Clean. Can you see that? That's like amazing. Oh, see, it is a magic trick. It's all in there. Voila. 3 of those, and then I'll put it through the garlic press. All right. You can, with some of these, leave the skin on when you do the garlic press, but it just goes a lot faster. So think about the hacks, right? You can buy, I know what it's like making a meal for people and you would like to enjoy the time and not be in the kitchen so much. And so some do-ahead hacks for this chicken bruschetta would be already have your chicken grilled or cooked. You can buy canned garlic in a glass jar at the grocer. That would make it super fast and easy. You can prepare the bruschetta way ahead, have it in the refrigerator, which is fabulous because it would be marinating and doing a little flavor fusion. Add about a tablespoon of olive oil, and that's it. You can do some salt and pepper. I do have some seasoning left over from the chicken. I felt like I didn't need as much, so I'm just gonna do a little bit of seasoning, some salt, a little bit of fresh ground pepper. Combine that to distribute the garlic, and now all you have to do is decide, what do you want to serve this with? You could do it over salad if you want to do a low carb. You can do it over angel hair pasta or any kind of pasta, and that would be fantastic and very flavorful. Or I'm going to do it over mashed potatoes. And again, fast hack is, see, you can't even tell that the canned tomatoes are in there, and you won't be able to taste them either. So those are some fast hacks that will help you get food on the table and enjoying people more than the work. And I'm gonna grab the mashed potatoes that I had made earlier, plate this up for you so that you can see what it looks like, and then we will do one final touch. Okay, now the final plating. This is lovely. So a nice little pile high of some potatoes, mashed potatoes. How do you like your potatoes? Mashed potatoes, do you leave the skin on? Do you not? I like the skin on and creamy. Do you like garlic mashed potatoes? We'll go ahead and we will take one of our beautiful rested chicken breasts. So the side that I cut in, I don't show that. That's underneath and nobody needs to know. Okay, now we'll add the bruschetta. And can you see how doing this ahead of time would make a great difference, because it would marinate. Pile that on, and then our finishing touch is Balsamic Reduction. This is amazing. Lots of different name brands of it, and you can make this with balsamic vinegar and brown sugar, and you reduce that down until it's a glaze. But when you add it to this dish, which I need to give you a close-up of, doesn't that look pretty? Pile your meat on top, give it a little landscape and a drizzle like that. It looks like you spent all day preparing this meal. And a lot of it can be done ahead of time. The potatoes, the chicken can be grilled or prepared ahead of time and just warmed. And then the bruschetta prepared ahead of time. We'll sprinkle a little Parmesan cheese on that. And guess what I'm having for dinner? This is what I'm having for dinner. So it's fantastic. Should I give it a sample? Okay, I will. Just kind of falls apart. I love the basil. All right, maybe. Fantastic. Definitely try it. Do it and just a part and see if you like this reduction. I put it on avocado toast. We put it on our margarita pizzas, all kinds of different things that this can elevate the flavor for. So thank you so much for letting me share the bruschetta chicken with you. Again, something that can serve a lot of people or a family, and the little hacks will make things a little bit easier for you as well. But until we see each other again, make good food and make good choices. Bye.